So it's, I think, the 30th of January. Yeah, the 30th of January. Well, not quite sure what to say really, other than I've tried to post, but what I've posted, it just didn't resonate. You know, when I make a video, if I watch it back, and usually, I don't always watch it back, 9 out of 10, all the times I haven't watched it back have been a mistake. You think, oh fuck me, I delivered that wrong. I've done that in the past, but hey, the world as it is right now is a very, very, very strange place. I don't know, I kind of keep having to say to myself, am I depressed? Am I, you know, and I'm not depressed at all. I just don't have a very high tolerance for people anymore. And for a whole host of different reasons, you know, we all go through different experiences, and you know, find ways of dealing with it. I just can't be bothered with people anymore. I just can't, in general. I've got, you know, my friends are fitting a hand now. You know, I've got lots of people I know and people I, you know, but it's just the people I hang around with. I don't want to spend time with anyone. I'm like, my partner, my 2 close male friends, and a couple of my female friends really, and I hardly see them. I see my girlfriend every other week, and I see one of my male friends every week, and the other one probably once a month. And my female friends, I've probably only seen them about twice in the last 6 months, if I'm honest. No, probably a bit more than that, but I just not interested. I don't want to make small talk with anyone. Anyone else feeling like this if you're awake? Because I've got nothing to say to people. I don't watch television. I'm trying not to drink alcohol as much, because that ain't been a good experience. I'm eating healthier. I go to work, and I don't even work on the shop floor anymore. I've been loaned to planning, so I'm doing like admin work for the management to do with planning walks and stuff. And I don't see people because I work a different shift. I refuse to go in when they tell me I've got to go in, because I have plans in the morning and I'm not going to change those. So I do that. I don't see too many people at work. When I do, they're just moaning, and it's like, have you got anything else better to do than moan? I'm much more grumpier than I used to be. Maybe it's menopausal, I don't know. The menopause seems to be going okay, to be honest. Found out recently that I'm probably a little bit more insulin resistant because of it, so I'm taking this. And this isn't an advocate to take it, but really good if you're menopausal and are struggling with insulin. I take these as well, which are like holistic, like, you know, red clover and some other sage and stuff like that. I'm not taking HRT, just refused point blank for loads of different reasons, not going to go into it, but yeah. So I don't know, is the menopause part of it? Is that why I don't really want to talk to people? Is that why I really don't care? I don't want to go to the pub and listen to a band play music. I'm like, oh, thanks, can we move on? I'd rather just go out on my bike like I used to and sit in the field, take in nature, or go out with my friends that like doing stuff like that. It's definitely been since the lockdown, much more. I've always been quite antisocial in some sense, even though people think I'm really social. Lots of people like me, and I'm quite well known, okay? That's all it is. It's not in the sense of quite well known where I live, because I've lived here a long time. I know lots of people. It's not because I'm famous or anything, or there's anything fucking phenomenally amazing about who I am. But yeah, the television just sends me to sleep. I don't want to listen to the bullshit news. It's just bullshit, and it just beggars belief how people actually just don't. I just don't understand why they don't question it. Why are people not worried about excess deaths? Why are people not? It's fucking. You know, I cross 3 zebra crossings to get to work. At least twice a week I nearly get run over because people can't even stop at a zebra crossing. Oh, they're in too much of a rush, or they, you know, walk into you on a pavement because they're like this on their phone. And they're just away with the fucking fairies. People seem to be... It's almost like personality disorders, you know, cluster A people, cluster B people, cluster C people. There's more narcissistic people in the world than there used to be, and we've all got traits of it. But fuck me, it's just, I don't know if it's, is it technology? Is it this that's doing it? Is it the fact you've got everything? You used to have to go to a library to have all your information. It's because you've got all your information in this now. You can go see. It's like this cocky, arrogant, and being arrogant is not a good trait. It's not a good trait. I'm cocky. And I have arrogant moments and patronising moments, but I'm not fucking cocky, arrogant, sort of like know-it-all the time. And when I'm wrong, I'll go, oh, I'm wrong. But I don't know, just people seem, the entitlement. It's the entitlement. I just don't understand. No one is more entitled than anyone else. No one is better than anyone else. And it's like, how, you know when, well, you might know, when I was a kid, you'd hear older people go, oh, when I was younger. And you used to laugh. Well, I've started saying it. Jesus Christ. You think to yourself, fucking hell, am I just some whingy old woman that's just got to the point where, you know, I think it's, you get to a point in your life where you've experienced lots of things and you've done lots of things. And you can see it for what it really is. And you realise that then, in a way, when you see people getting older and their health deteriorating and the population looking sicker, and friends and people like that, you know, going through stresses and strains, you think to yourself, Jesus Christ, you know, all of a sudden you know you're not a mortal anymore, and you are a mortal soul, and you start to appreciate people more. I appreciate the people who are in my life more than I used to. And I think a lot of people don't. They're so arrogant and entitled, and it's all about me. It's all about me. There's nothing big about being selfish. And there's nothing big about always putting yourself first. You know, people go, oh, you should always put yourself first. No, you shouldn't. There's certain things that maybe you should always put yourself first, but there's times when you shouldn't put yourself first. You know, there's a thing called unconditional love. I don't love people with any conditions. Lots of people do, because they've not been taught it as a child, so they don't know what unconditional love is. They don't know how to respond, you know? And as you get older, you realise that a lot of people don't understand care. A lot of people don't understand how to be kind and thoughtful to others, because they've never been taught it, because they've never had that happen to them. And then what happens is you treat someone like shit. They end up wanting to be treated like shit because it's safe and they're used to it. So when someone treats them nice, it's like, oh, there's something not right there. And I don't know, it's just, and there's all these things that have turned up, like with political correctness and being offended with this and categories we've got to be in. You know, I'm a sexual preference. I'm a lesbian or a transsexual or a woman with gender issues, or they, her, this, I, whatever, you know, like, look at this. My friend made me this, and it says, like, Izzy, goals, they bag, they expect to be friendly, they, because my friend who made this, his daughter, his son, is trans. Now, you want to go into details, I'm trans, but I'm not really worried about if I'm called female or male. I never was really got into that, to be fair, and you know, each their own on that, but there's so many different things going on in the world in a way that, I don't know, it's almost like, it's almost like the human race is, I don't know, I don't think we'll exist in 20 years. Because no one's reproducing now either. The population's just plummeted. there's lots of people who have not produced. I think there's certain countries that haven't got people like in a certain age bracket between like 25 and 40 because of certain restrictions in the country. It's like, wow. But I went into town at the weekend, and and don't get me wrong, my town that I live in is very multicultural. There's a lot of people from different countries, which is fine. If you're not used to it, it can be quite daunting, but it's fine. But everyone looks so sick. They just look sick. I'm not saying that everyone's overweight or like, you know, struggling, whatever else, but they just look sick. They look really, it's the food chain and the lack of, I don't know, people like, I've got a fitness channel. I've only got 19 subscribers, but 19 subscribers is pretty good, to be fair. Just got 2 more this week. And people ask me questions about, you know, like, I'm just a normal person and I want to know what a normal person eats each day because you're doing really well. Well, I've always had this ability to know what I should and shouldn't eat and how much I should and shouldn't eat. And I've always been quite active. My parents have never been overweight, so it's been taught to me as a child. But for me, I find it really difficult to understand how people don't understand that, you know, if you eat shit and you eat more than you're supposed to, you'll get bigger. And if you don't walk 10,000 steps a day and drive your car everywhere and never climb some stairs, take the escalator, get in a lift, an elevator, how do you ever get any exercise? We were born in caves, if you like, right? Like if we lived in a cave, like, you know, like other animals, they live out there. They don't get born with a house unless you're a snail. And I don't even know if they're born with a house. I think they have to go and get one. Don't know how that works, can't remember. But every day was getting up, like looking for food, making, you know, some kind of place to reside so you're not cold, because, you know, we don't come with clothes, we had hair on our body. So obviously we've evolved to where we are now, but we've forgot fundamental things. It's like, I wasn't one of those people. People go to me, oh yeah, you know, trust the experts, trust the science, you're not this, you're not that. No, I trust this. I instinctively knew not to take that. And I didn't bow to peer pressure. That winds me the fuck up. Why? Just have your own mind and do what you want to do. If you agree with what they're telling you and you agree with its science and you agree with it, fine, do it. But if you sit there and you're going, no, I'm sorry, actually, I don't agree with that. You shouldn't be forced to do something, especially when it comes to your health. And I'm just gobsmacked at how the entire human race bent over and was fucked for 2 years. So when the next pandemic happens, and trust me, it will, I just don't know. I might have to just, I don't know, go and live in a fucking cave somewhere, because I don't think I can deal with the hideous, it just was hideous. The amount of times I was told, I'm not an expert, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm selfish, I'm this, I'm that, and this. And I'm like, really? We all have opinions, we all got the right to them, but what the fuck? Is it, you know, not many people see my videos like they used to, like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of you, but the handful of you that do watch still, what's going on where you are? How do you actually feel in the world now that clusterfuck is potentially over and we're moving on to the next clusterfuck? I'm going to leave it there because it's been long and don't know what else to say. Bambling and bumbling a little bit. So my dinner's nearly ready as well. So peace, love and light.